I don't think anybody could have predicted something called COVID, the lockdown, and the impact it had in India. So the whole idea of forecasting, the whole idea of trying to study behavior has changed. We have seen consumers have changed their media consumption, food consumption patterns have changed. It's become whatever I can get. It's no more what is my favorite. People who are used to reading the physical copy of the newspaper don't always get that physical copy. People who are used to certain exercise regime. I think most of us on this panel probably miss the feel and touch of a boarding pass for which you catch a plane. Uh, that's not happened. So consumers have gone through a reset. Some are interesting resets, they are positive. A large number of people, unfortunately, have left all the big mega cities to go to their villages and towns, which will cause its own sociological and economic impact. So, to talk a little bit about what's happening, what we think are going to be new trends, what is the disruption, I'd like each panelist to take two parts. One is to talk of the subject, in a sense, just give their own narrative, and then also talk about what has been their lockdown moment. And since we are talking about trends and forecast, let's begin with the house that does that, I think, for a day-to-day living. We will start with Farooq.
Thanks, Sunil, and good morning, all of you. It's an interesting times that we are going through, and like Deepak mentioned, for all of us, certainly health and hygiene is top of mind. This whole underappreciated role of hand washing, inspecting the produce before buying it or washing the produce, the distance we keep from one another as we stand in queues, and how we pay for stuff. Everything has suddenly changed, and the change has been fairly drastic. But in terms of the immediate personal and societal changes, other than this health and hygiene stuff, and I was looking at my bathroom closet today morning, and till now it was always Harpic and a hair wash out there, but suddenly we have Lizol and Domex and any other brand. If some brands are not available, Sanifresh also stocked up. So even the brand loyalty is suddenly change, and there's greater reliance on experts in all walks of life for facts, for insights, for guidance, whatever we can get hold of on WhatsApp or the net. The other big change which has happened is consumers are tending to conserve cash, defer discretionary spends, be it, of course, right now the restaurants and theaters are shut down, but even when things open up, you won't see that happening very quickly. Leisure travel, luxury products, purchases, all likely to get deferred. And there'll be a preference for local origin produce. So if I were to buy a dairy product, I will buy it something which is produced in and around Mumbai, as opposed to getting something from Delhi, because I don't know how good the cold chain has been, what checkpoints it is going through. So the preference will be for local origin produce. But the big change, which is going to be a longer lasting and a irrevocable change in my mind, will be the accelerated use of technology by consumers for a more convenient, more enhanced user experience. And we have all gone through it over the last 2 months. And not just consumers, even retailers have now experienced that. So earlier you will have salesmen from the company or from the large distributor approaching the retailers for what their orders for the day or for the week were. And now most of the retailers are beginning to use apps to pull in the orders. And with the likes of Jio, Facebook, this whole Kirana platform that they're creating, and many other such startups coming in, like Udaan or Shopex, we will see a big change in use of technology as a catalyst out there. But that will also mean that consumers may have to give up a bit on their privacy. So as you download the Arogya Setu app, or many other different apps as you travel around, both within the country or outside, to get access to various things. You may have to give up the privacy that you earlier had, and people may be able to track you down, which earlier was not the case. And the other longer term change that I see is there'll be increased spends on Mediclaim, on healthcare, even in terms of investments and financial instruments. It will be more on products which are more financially secure. So I think all these are radical changes, and corporates will have to really embrace digital in a big way, both in terms of direct to retailer as well as direct to consumer type of models.
Could you just
My
start
lockdown moment is every Saturday we have a Reliance fresh truck coming in, so I volunteer for that. So we have a farmers market like thing in the building, and the whole community comes down. So it's quite a interesting moment, and again, it's opening up a new channel for consumer product companies and for retailers. This whole resident welfare association channel, which earlier was not there. So again, a new trend coming through.